Hello, I'm Jamie, financial planner at Magenta. This video is the second of two, and it's for those of you who are thinking about retirement and planning for it. Retirement planning is an area of advice that we feel we can add a lot of value with at Magenta. It is a time in life that a lot of our clients sought financial advice for the first time as they realised it was important to get it right and something that they needed help with. From looking after lots of clients who went through the transition from working to retirement, we've learned a lot ourselves along the way. In this video, I'll give you the remaining 3 points of Magenta's top 6 points to consider. And if you missed the first video and would like to watch that first, the link is in the comments box below. So, picking up where we left off, point number 4, how are you going to spend? In retirement, most people want to continue living the lifestyle they've grown accustomed to, and on top of this, do things they couldn't before. Now, all of this invariably costs money, and for a lot of people who retire, they feel nervous about spending because the income tap of monthly salary has been turned off. For those who have a steady income for all of their working life, this is yet another adjustment to overcome. The early years of retirement can be some of the best in life, and to ensure that you can really enjoy it, you have to not be concerned that the money you spend doing what you want now will come back to bite you later on in life. Accurately working out how much money you're going to spend in retirement is pretty much impossible because we simply don't know how long we're going to live for. However, you can have a think about the different types of expenditure, and once you start to break it down, it becomes easier to get close to what is a realistic amount you're likely to spend every year. The simplest point to start is thinking about what does your own cost of living look like now. Then think about what's likely to change. You're likely to have no more costs associated with working if you're fully retiring. However, you might have new costs with new things you want to do in retirement. For example, are you going to replace the car every few years? In addition, you should think about what you're going to spend in various stages of retirement. For instance, are you going to celebrate retiring by going on a big holiday, buying a new car, or doing something else that you consider a once-in-a-lifetime event or an extravagance? Are you going to use your pension lump sum to pay off a debt like a mortgage, which quite a few people do? These types of things are usually one-time spends and are typically larger expenses. Now, something that often gets overlooked when thinking about this is paying for things that will crop up in family life, which you might be expected to help with. Things like funerals, weddings, or helping grandchildren save for the future. While it's nice to think about all the things you'll get to enjoy and do yourself in retirement, there is also the possibility of care costs later in life as well. Now, this is something that people have different attitudes about. Some want to enjoy life while they can, and whatever will happen, whilst others want to ensure that they can pay for their own care should it ever be needed and that be in their control. If you're the type of person who wants to ensure they can pay for their own care, you'll need to think about this when you factor into your spending in retirement. Now, income, the other side of the coin. Planning where the income is going to come from is a crucial part of your retirement planning. For most people, it will come from multiple sources, and pensions are likely to feature. It's possible that you'll have sources of income that feature in different parts of your retirement. The state pension, for instance, can provide a solid foundation of guaranteed and inflation-linked income, but this usually starts a few years after people have retired. So you might need to consider how you're going to bridge your income until that state pension starts. And of course, on its own, the state pension won't be enough for a good standard of living. So you will need income from other sources, both before it starts and to supplement it once it has started. And of course, this can come from a variety of different places, with some being more tax efficient than others. It might come from investments such as ISAs or from rental properties. Now, something you should think about if you're planning as part of a couple, be it married or unmarried, is tax. Whilst tax planning is far from exciting, it is important to think about, as being tax efficient will make your money go so much further. An example would be owning a rental property. If one person in a couple pays tax but the other doesn't, then it's worth considering putting the property into the non-taxpayer's name so that more or all of the income is retained and less tax is paid. Now, this isn't a recommendation to do this, and Magenta are not tax advisors, but this is just an example to get you thinking. If you are planning as a couple and you share your finances, it's important to understand the overall income and expenditure picture rather than just planning individually. Now, one of the big decisions people need to make in retirement is whether to buy an annuity or not. In recent years, the income offered by annuities when handing over a lump sum of money hasn't been great. As interest rates have gone up, rates have got better. Now, the main benefit of annuities is the guarantee of income often is there for the rest of your life. Despite this, most people opt to draw down on their pensions and other investments instead. Now, this approach provides flexibility of taking income as and when needed, and hopefully the underlying investment grows, or at least is able to do so to offset some of the withdrawals. The flexibility that this approach provides is great, but the potential downside, of course, that none of us know how long we're going to live, and therefore how long we need this capital to last for. In addition, of course, your capital is at risk when invested. So to the final thing to think about then, point 6, DIY or get help. Now, what I've explained in this video and the one before hopefully gets you thinking about your retirement planning. If you feel able to, DIY planning is of course something you could consider. If you break it down into the 5 areas that I've previously outlined, you can make it more manageable. As a reminder, these 5 points are: when are you going to retire? How are you going to retire? What will it look like when you're retired? How much are you going to spend? And where is the income going to come from? Now, there are various tools out there, such as budgeting spreadsheets and retirement income calculators that you can use online to help with the numbers side of things. As financial planners, we use powerful cash flow planning software when helping our clients plan for retirement. This software produces charts showing your income and expenditure and capital over time, all the way through to the rest of your life. Now, this software is designed to put all of the numbers in and show the flow of your money pictorially, making the complicated more simple and visual. Now, whilst this is great, a retirement plan is not just numbers on a page and pretty charts. It requires a proper understanding of the person who is retiring and what they want now and in the future. Once this is known, a financial planner can help ensure the right money is available at the right time with the knowledge of the long-term plan. Now, there's an expression that I think applies very well to retirement planning, which is, you can't read the label from inside the jar. What this means is that you can't properly challenge yourself because, for one, you don't know what you don't know, and for two, you can be too close to the subject at hand and need someone from the outside challenging your assumptions and ideas. A good financial planner will have the knowledge, experience, and understanding to help create a financial plan that provides the retirement you want. So I hope these 2 videos have helped if you're thinking about planning for retirement. If so, it would be great if you could give it a like, comment, or share with your network. And if you'd like to have a chat about your personal circumstances, please feel free to drop me a message and I'd be very happy to have a chat. Thanks for watching.